Hi guys, part 2 of the 3.3 twin turbo Sport G80. So I'm going to go over a couple of things in the vehicle. Super luxurious. We've got the wood grain over here, which is kind of a two-tone design, which brings the ambience out of the vehicle. Very polished the way that they put this together. Napa leather with the special stitching based upon the little gold trim that we have outside with the dark chrome. Got suede that's in here, which we'll find in the upper model G70s and comes standard in the G90s. We got the full panoramic sunroof, which is very cool. Now it's a little different with the G80. The G80 is going to have a full sunroof. The G70 is going to have a panoramic roof, but it's not going to be as big. And then our G90 is just going to have a standard sunroof, which is just for that build for the car that they came out. We got the heads-up display. Everything is functionality over here. You got your toggle system over here, which you can click and tune. I don't have the SIM card in here, but you can scroll to different ends. Around here you got the Sirius that comes free for 3 months, which is incredible. Here's your Genesis Connect Care service, and also comes free with your remote start app. So as you can click on there, you can see that this is my Genesis, where you can remote start the car. You just hit this, you gauge your settings and your time, and then you can just click over here, put in your PIN number and remote start the car, and you can be anywhere in the world actually and start it. Okay. Also, you have a special theft system in here. If someone ever steals your car, Genesis can actually locate the vehicle, slow the vehicle down, take it to a full stop, and actually lock the perpetrator in the vehicle, and send out law enforcement to find your vehicle, which is absolutely fantastic. You got your different drive modes. You got your normal, you got your eco, and you got your sport drive mode. Also, when you hold it down, you'll click into a snow mode. Phenomenal. Okay, which means you can drive immediately. The car will adapt to snow or extremely bad weather, which is fantastic. Okay, and then you can do that, and then you can change it back out of the normal eco and the sport mode. Okay, so I am going to put it back to a main screen. Navigation is not set up right now, which is fine, because you'll see that. I'm going to talk about the backup camera right now. You got a split screen over here on the G90. You'll have a 3-way split screen. You can see, you can toggle and just go to different angles, put it in reverse. Okay, so I'm coming out. And we've got a little ding going on. But anyway, you can go to a full screen, split left and right, split to the left, split to the right, which is actually phenomenal. So I'm going to actually take this one off and take it into a drive. Got the sunroof open. The reason why I was blinking, which is phenomenal, my door is open. It's going to focus on the front camera for a few minutes as you're pulling out. You can see the gorgeous view of it, very high def. You can actually come in here as you're driving still, car is still recognizing that you are just pulling away, so you can actually put it into different modes while you go. Cool thing right over here, you can actually just disconnect that camera too. You got the heated steering wheel on this, which is phenomenal, especially for winter times. Safety, you got your heads-up display, which you can integrate everything on the car. You got your Qi wireless station over here, which is just absolutely a cool thing. You can just slip your phone there. It's wireless charging. You got your USB and auxiliary cords over here. You got your seat setting for his and hers. You got your Lexicon surround sound. Now, they came in with some of the speakers with stainless steel. It just refines the sound to the vehicle. It's extremely loud if I put the radio on, and you can gauge it through the car based upon how you want the sound coming through the vehicle. You also have your different compression zones for E for your air, and you got a his and hers climate control, which is awesome. Got a lot of power to it, and obviously you control gorgeous clock that's in there. And I prefer to drive these performance cars on sport. So what sport actually does for the vehicle, it's gonna gauge the performance of the car. This is a twin turbo, 365 horsepower plus stock standard, so it's gonna go. You can also set your cluster control through the system to actually hear the exhaust system, which is really neat. You can turn it on, turn it off, and you can gauge it. I personally like driving in the sport mode, because as you can hear it, it's a little bit more performance. Got a little pull, 0 to 60, and you know, crazy about 4.5, 4.6. Handles really neat. But if you're a fuel efficient driver, you can switch it to your economy, and then in the ecosystem. So what that's going to do, it's going to kind of change the transmission and the gears from the engine. So if you hit your foot hard on it, it's not just going to fly off like the sport mode does. The normal mode just averages out to basically the car starts recognizing how you're driving based upon putting your foot down for gas, and it will kind of customize itself. The snow mode, purely for performance on bad weather, which is just absolutely phenomenal. That's comes in the G80 segment. So just a super refined and luxury vehicle on this. Okay, so I am going to put it back into sport. I'm kind of going to get you guys, I'm going to quiet down, get some of these vehicles to go by over here. I'm actually going to jump the car just to quickly see how the performance on this vehicle goes, and it's very surprising. Alright, so I'm going to boost it just a bit. Okay, immediately up to 60. You can hear the engines, the twin turbos breathing. Just absolutely power on the sport mode. Just gorgeous on the performance. And in its class, the G70 3.3 twin turbo is the fastest in its class, which is nice, above the Lexus, multiple different vehicles that we classify the same size car. Performance on this vehicle is actually super nice. Popping over the panoramic sunroof, you got your catch guard up here, which is nice. You don't, especially in Mississippi, you got a bunch of love bugs during the summer, so nothing flies into the car or into your passengers' faces when they are driving with the sunroof open. Then you can private, you can close it up, which is very cool. And multiple other safety features that come standard. You got your lane departure warning system, which is nice. It keeps you within the lanes. If you kind of veer over a little bit, it's going to notify you, or it's going to keep you in between the lanes. You have your camera and your sensor system right up here. You have two sensor systems, one on the bottom with the little screen that we have, and then right up here, so you got a two-way sensoring system. This is also nice during nighttime. Once you set your lights on auto, and if you're going into a dark area and there's no oncoming traffic, the lights will beam high, and when it senses a vehicle coming, it will beam down low, so you never have to just sit there all the time while you're driving clicking high low high low high low. So which really makes it for more convenient, more easy drive when you're taking some trips. So just absolutely nice. So I'm going to go quiet down a little bit. So driving back into Genesis of Jackson, you guys can reach me on Facebook, Renier Stuckling, the Genesis / Hyundai guy. Guys, I got great content. My Facebook page is growing. My Instagram, I've got Genesis Jackson guy. Guys, go on there, like my pages, because you guys are going to get some incredible information, especially next month when we go to our first Genesis annual meeting. I'm going to have tons of content on there. You can reach me directly through my pages, setting appointments, asking questions about whatever you guys want to ask. You can reach me also directly at my office at 601-914-4222. Renier Suckling, the Genesis guy, driving back to the dealership, and hopefully everybody has a great week, and thank you for your time.